So I've been a freelance videographer for about 4 months now, and with that comes a lot of early challenges, especially ones that are particularly tricky. I don't really know what to do about them, but I think I've got some solutions, and I'm just gonna be honest and share them in this video. So the first challenge I've got is absolutely inconsistent work. That is my biggest challenge so far. One week I'm flat out, the next week I've got absolutely nothing. Nilch. Silver lining to it is it gives me time to work on stuff like this and other media things and kind of practice my skills. Solution wise, I'm gonna start cold calling and emailing. I'm thinking I'm gonna start emailing first as to just calling people straight up. I don't know if that's the right way to go, but I'm thinking emailing first, follow up the call in a week's time. Gives them a chance to kind of look at my stuff if they do. I'm gonna more so target businesses and events and sort of offer services in social media. That seems to be where a lot of work is at the moment. And I mean, social media is pretty much the driver for a lot of things now. It is a digital age. So I think I'll try and offer services there. And I mean, if it works out, it's great. If not, it just only hones in a bit more of my communication skills. So it's kind of a win-win. I'm also gonna just deep dive, like Facebook, people are always posting, like needing a videographer for this, needing a photographer for that. I'm just gonna scour through Facebook, which has actually been successful for a couple times now. So I just gotta keep doing that, make sure I jump in on those before other people do, because I feel like when you are the one to message first, you're more than likely to get that job. That said, until consistent work actually improves, which that leads into my next challenge, which is inconsistent income. So one week I'm getting paid, for a whole week's worth of work, awesome. Next week, nothing. And that can feel a bit like a punch to the gut. It does mean I have to be a bit stricter on my own finances, business and personally. Solution wise to this one, don't really have too much for it. I guess I just gotta really grind and work hard. It's a step backwards, hopefully for a bigger step forward. But I'm very fortunate I'm actually in a position where I can take this leap. I do have a very supportive network and partner who is taking a bit of that more financial pressure. And I do recognize I am quite privileged where I can take this opportunity where others financially couldn't, because that'd be too restrictive to be able to give this a go. So I am very lucky in that regard, which is why I decided to also take this chance now. My next challenge is being ghosted, which feels a lot heavier now because of the inconsistent work. It's starting to bother me a little bit when I'm talking a lot with a potential client and then all of a sudden I just get no response. I try and follow up and still just nothing. That one definitely feels a little bit annoying. Does suck a little bit. Is it my pricing, my communication? I'm not entirely sure. Not really sure how to solve this one too much. Some advice would be awesome actually. So if you have 2 cents to share, please do. Equipment restriction. Or there are some things on a job or a shoot where I feel like actually I kind of need this, I kind of need that. For example, I used to have 2 A7 IIIs. I sold one to put the funds towards the FX30 because I wanted something a bit more video centric. Got my video, got my photo, but just in case either one could do the other anyway. That said, I'm more of a prime lens shooter. So I've got a 35, 50, and 85, and on the FX30, which is a cropped sensor, it becomes a bit awkward. The 35 becomes 50, 50 becomes 85, the 85 becomes, I think, around 135. Likewise with my 16 to 28 on that I'm filming on right now, the 16 becomes a 24. It's just not wide enough for a lot of the stuff I'm wanting to do. So I kind of do need to figure out a solution to that. I think my solution is I don't need to buy a wide angle lens. I think I just need, if I need wider, just shoot the video on this. Sure, it's 8-bit compared to 10-bit on the FX30. However, I think it's more important that I get the shot and I tell the story as to being caught up in specs. Due to the lack of cash flow, I have no budget for paid advertising, such as Google Ads, which could help bring in work. I think, look, there's nothing I can really do about that until I grow. I think the meantime solution is just grind out organic marketing, such as YouTube right now, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, posting. All it takes is one to take off, and you never know where that's going to get you. That said, that might grow enough where I don't even need to do paid advertising. That's just something I'm going to have to revisit. It would help right now. It's just not really an option, unfortunately. So my next challenge is probably one that a lot of people face, and that's confidence. It's confidence in my skill set, my pricing, as well as confidence I'll just make it. Now, I am quite an extroverted, optimistic person by just natural nature. However, sometimes that little voice in the back of my head saying, just go back to full-time work, it's not going to work out, don't take the risk, sometimes creeps in. But I just need to remind myself that no, this is my passion, this is what I love, just grind it, keep working, you'll get there. I will share a bit of advice I got from my uni lecturer in uni when I was feeling a bit lost, and he said just watch your favorite movies. That will tell you right then and there or not if that is your passion. So I went home, watched all my favorite movies, and yeah, I was feeling pretty hyped about filmmaking and video, and that yeah, this is what I want to do. This is my place. And honestly, I'm finding I'm getting that same feeling filming my own YouTube videos. Now, I'm one that I do not like being in front of camera. Despise it. I'm a behind the camera person at all times. However, I'm finding that, you know, setting up different lights and angles and trying to be creative is actually really enjoyable. And I guess putting myself out there, I'm actually don't mind too much. Which is funny because I'm extroverted, but I don't like being in front of camera. So it's a bit of a juxtaposition, but I don't know, I can't explain it. I can do a speech in front of 1,000 people, no worries. But put myself in front of a camera and talk to myself in a room, and I feel like, oh, what's going on? But, you know, that's just, it's a hard one to explain. I can't explain it. But yeah, my solution, just remind myself, you know, why I love it and just keep going for it. It'll happen.